Hey guys, it's AndrewAJT back for another video for you guys, and today we are going to have the Dagannoth Kings Mass highlights, a pet drop, and some really other exciting things. So let's start off with my kind of week on RS, the week before the Dagannoth Kings Mass. Basically, I knew that I wanted to do the Fremennik Elite Diary to go to the Dagannoth Kings Mass, because if you do that, you get noted bones from the Dagannoth Kings, which are around 10,000 each, so it's a lot of extra money per kill, and I figured if I'm ever going to do that, I might as well do it now. The problem is you need 77 Runecrafting, which is my least favorite skill, or actually my most hated skill, and I was only 72 around 4 or 5 days before the mass actually started. So I figured the quickest way, or at least the most tolerable way I can train this, is actually to not train it at all, at least in the beginning, and what I would actually do instead was do some Elite Diaries and use the 50,000 experience lamps that you get from the diaries on Runecrafting. So I figured let's start with the Desert Diary I had all the requirements, but the issue is you need a Kalphite Queen head, which is why I'm killing Kalphite Queen here. And this is not an easy item to get. This boss is very difficult to kill. You can only get around 2 kills per trip. Once you actually do the diary, you get a lot of advantages. You get ropes that stay on the entrances permanently, and you get a major shortcut so you don't have to run through the entire place every single time. But you don't get those advantages until you actually get the Kalphite Queen head, which is a 1 in 128 drop. That can take you hundreds of kills, so let's see if I can get it hopefully pretty quickly so I can get this diary wrapped up. So the Kalphite Queen is definitely one of the most classic bosses in old school. I used to kill it back in 2007 duo. We would go with Verax and try for the D chain. The drops now have been buffed multiple times. There's an elite clue, rune chain body, and yeah, originally this boss would drop like 20 nature runes, like it was horrible, like it would drop like 1 herb or something really dumb back in the day, but now the drops are incredibly good. Look at this, like 262,000 for these grimy Torstills. Back then, the only worthwhile drops were the D2H, which was worth around a mil, and then maybe the D chain, which was worth 5 mil. So it was actually worth killing back then. But now it's worth killing for other reasons, like the main drops. But look at that, the Kalphite Queen head, very lucky there. Did not have to kill this boss 128 times without the diary, so got pretty lucky here. Look at this weird ghost in Canifis. I noticed you have to take the head here to get it fixed up to be put in the house. And I noticed this ghost, which has no right-click option whatsoever. You can't examine it, you can't talk to it. I just thought this was pretty creepy. But anyway, you have to bring the head to the taxidermist to get it fit to put in your house. So you just pay the 50,000 here. And then once that has happened, you bring it to your player-owned house, you install it here. It gives you defense experience, so I guess a pure couldn't do this, but I bet there's other defense requirements for the diary anyway. So once you go through the dialogue, you'll have completed the task, as you see here. There's actually quite a lot of dialogue, but you can just click through it. And then, yeah, the Desert Elite Diary is done, so now I can claim my reward. Go here. And there's actually a lot of good benefits for this diary. There's an amulet you get, which acts as a permanent water skin. You don't need water skins at all in the desert. You get free carpet rides, which is nice. But the main thing I was looking for was the XP lamp here, which is pretty nice. I can get 73 runecrafting with this 50,000 experience. This is like over an hour's worth of training runecrafting just kind of in the bag without having to actually train it. So that's very nice as well. And once I got 73 runecrafting, I was able to boost to do the Varrock Elite Diary. So these diaries can kind of chain together. So I did the Varrock Elite Diary, finished it here. I had to boost from 73 to 78, which is kind of a waste of time because I had needed to train it anyway, but I just wanted to get the diary done. And look at this. I got the Varrock Diary done, got all the benefits from that. The main benefit that's nice from this is you can buy battle stabs at a discounted price every day from Zaf, when you can buy a lot more with the Elite Diary than with the other diaries. But look at that 50,000 runecrafting experience. So from now on, we are going to have to train runecrafting. But yeah, I'm very glad to have those free diary lamps and also those diaries done. And there's a look at the battle stabs here. You can actually make around 150,000 a day buying and selling these battle stabs, which is a nice little bonus. So from 73, I had to get 77 within a few days, and I figured the easiest way to do this would be the ZMI Arania altar. This altar crafts like a little bit of every rune, so it's kind of pretty good XP, as well as you actually make a decent amount of money. I made like maybe 5 or 6 mil getting those levels, which isn't nothing. But yeah, I'm happy to report that this skill is still really awful. It's so slow. I mean, I know I'm not doing it very fast, especially this is a very bad clip. I was probably really tired when I was recording this. But I don't know, the XP rate for runecrafting, you can only get around 35,000 here, you know, with normal pace. If you're like going perfect and you're doing everything with the pouches super fast, maybe you can get a little more. But I think this skill is just way too slow. It's too boring. If I was president of Jagex, my first thing I would do on day one is just double all runecrafting XP from anything in the game. All training methods would be doubled. But one thing that was nice is I got 75 runecrafting in the process, obviously, and I unlocked the large pouch, so that actually increased my runecrafting XP maybe by a good bit, maybe like 25% extra XP, because the large pouch holds 12 essence. So you can actually bring a lot more essence per trip. The other nice thing about the Urania altar was you can right-click trade people, which would just basically act as a follow option, and you can kind of just AFK as you follow them to the altar, so that's pretty nice as well. But with persistence and just kind of getting in a zone with runecrafting, I finally did get 77, which is actually not the level you need for the Fremennik diary. We are going to have to boost for 82 runecrafting to craft astral runes in like multiple at a time, so let me show you that. So with the Preserve Prayer and using a Wily Hellcat to get the Spicy Stews, it's pretty easy to get the +5 boost as you see here. I actually needed a full inventory, so I would have to go from the bank to bring as many essence as I needed. But look at that, 82 runecrafting with the boost, and all we have to do is just craft these Astral Runes, and there we go, the Elite task is completed. That is a task that many people would dread having to do, but because I put it off so long, I didn't really have to train runecrafting as much as most people would. As you see there, we actually have a lot of Elite Diaries done. But yeah, I use Tears of Guthigs every week for the past like 2 years to get that 10k XP, and I really haven't trained runecrafting since like level 55 until that level 73, which you saw there. So there we go, one more task completed, and we have the Fremennik Elite Diary done. Very huge diary to get done. The noted Dagannoth bones are certainly going to be a great thing, which I'm going to show you soon. We also get the Fremennik Sea Boots, which is unlimited teleports to Relica, and pretty good stats to use in the wilderness, and also the teleport is good for Vorkrath. And yeah, you also get another 50,000 experience lamp, which I use on runecrafting. So now we are all set for the Mass. So now let's get into the fun part. Here's the Dagannoth Kings Mass highlights. This was Saturday, the last Saturday in August, I think, and we had a ton of fun. There was quite a number of people who showed up, probably around, you know, some people came and went, but I'd say around 40 unique people. You see 34 people in the clan chat right there, which is really insane. We got a lot of new clan chat members from the Mass as well, which is always good to see. And yeah, it's just so fun to go kill a boss like this with so many people. It's like, you just never really see this ever happen. And of course, people had some pretty good gear, so we could get some very quick kills as you see here. Here's the beginning. I actually had my attack options off because I was doing ZMI for such a long time, so I actually didn't really get any of these first few kills, but it's really nice to just have this many people and not have to worry about all the Dagannoth Kings attacking you at the same time, because they are just going to die so quickly, and you're going to see that in a few kills here. I mean, these bosses normally take a little while to kill, even with the best gear, and they are just going down in seconds at a time. Like, you're going to see how quick some of these kills are. Unfortunately, they were all kind of spawning at the same time at the beginning, but that kind of worked itself out after a little while. Dagannoth Prime, even with the Twisted Bow, normally takes a very long time to kill, or at least seconds-wise, it takes a little while. And yeah, these bosses do not stand a chance. And my theory was that it would be a good Mass because there's 3 Dagannoth Kings as compared to like a God Wars boss where there's one and you just kill it, then it's over. I think that actually was a nice thing here, that there was more action, less waiting around for respawns, because there was always like a Dagannoth boss to kill, rather than having to wait a minute and a half between kills, which isn't that bad, because at least it's a quick kill at God Wars, but look how quick these kills are. I mean, just like one tick and it's dead. I think the next one was the quickest one. I bought D-Claws to speed this up, and look at that, it's dead before its HP bar even goes to 0, which is just insane. The only problem is, just like the previous Masses we've done, we barely got any luck. There's a Seer Coal, and the only other item we got was a Seer's Ring. I'm not kidding. These rings are not even that rare. We should have gotten like 6 or 7 of them. We did like 500 kills, probably not 6 or 7, but close to that. And we only got a Seer's Ring, which was just absolutely terrible luck. We had very bad luck at the Corporal Beast Mass. We did like 5 hours of that. We didn't get anything. The Armadillo Mass, we were there for 4 or 5 hours. We didn't get anything. The KBD Mass last year, we did thousands of kills. We didn't really get anything. And so unbelievably, the bad luck continues, but I think whatever Mass we do next, and shout out to these people who stayed towards the end, obviously it slimmed down as it went on. I think the next Mass we do, we are going to get extreme luck to make up for all the bad luck. So let me know in the comments what Mass you guys would like to see next. Should we go to God Wars? Maybe Zami could be interesting. It's kind of up to you guys. What do you guys want to do? Maybe even a PKing Mass could be interesting. But look at that. Here's the price check, and you see those noted Dagannoth Kings bones from the diary. They're over 9,000 each, so very worthwhile to do that diary, and I'm going to do a lot of Dagannoth Kings solos, and I actually have done a lot of solos, and I'll show you some of the rewards from that in future videos, probably next video or the video after. But yeah, even though we didn't get very good luck, thank you guys so much to everyone who came or watched on stream. I had a really fun time streaming that on Twitch for around 3 or 4 hours, so, you know, I don't stream very often, but when I do, I always enjoy it, so I really should stream more. But anyway, they say all good journeys end where they started, and that's what we're going to do in this video. So here is the Kalphite Queen with the diary rewards. You see there the rope is already put down. I didn't have to put an extra rope down, and we have this agility shortcut. You need 86 agility. I'm 85 in this video. This was actually on the same day after the Dagannoth Kings Mass. We ended maybe around like 8 p.m. or something. So I figured let's try out the Kalphite Queen with the diary, and maybe we can get a little bit of luck. We didn't get much luck at the Mass, but maybe personally I'll get a little bit of luck at the Kalphite Queen. So I can tell you that this boss is way better with the diary because you don't really have to worry about your inventory whatsoever. It would help if I had the Lumbridge diary done and if I had 86 agility. Those would save me 2 inventory spaces. I wouldn't need a lunar staff and I wouldn't need the summer pie. But since you're doing only 1 kill a trip anyway, it really doesn't matter because you just do the kill, you teleport out, use your ornate pool, and then with a shortcut and fairy ring you come right back, and it's just so much faster. You can maybe get 25 kills an hour and makes this old boss that kind of everyone hated into something very new. I used to do this boss around 2007. We would get maybe 3 or 4 kills a trip in full Verax. We would just get absolutely destroyed. It would take light years to get here running from the Shanty Pass, but now with all the modern methods, this boss is way more easier to do. Maybe it's a little bit too easy that you can just keep refilling your health, but you know, there's something probably to be said about that, but I do enjoy doing this boss now with the diary done. So before the most special drop I'm going to show you in this video, I do want to show you one interesting drop I got from the Kalphite Queen right here, and that is the Dragon 2H. This is actually rarer than the Dragon Chain. It's considered the signature drop of this boss, and this was actually my primary weapon of choice, the Dragon 2H, back in 2007. I would use this instead of using a whip because this was around the same price as a whip. Whip was around 1.2, this was around a mil, and I would go to Castle Wars and use my D2H. I thought it was so cool. Little did I know that the whip was actually a million times better because it's much faster and the stats are barely any worse, but it's cool to see this little nostalgic item. So the purpose of doing these kills post-diary here is really just to test it out. If I felt like it was worth it, I would go do the Lumbridge diary, and, you know, so I can save myself the hassle of having to use the lunar staff. But these are really just to mess around. These kills here, I'm not really going for the pet or anything like that, you know. I had just had that huge pet grind with the Venenatus pet with the 2000 drop rate. It took me 2,800 kills, as many of you guys seen, so I wasn't really prepared to start another huge pet grind and grind out just one boss specifically. And I actually was lagging and I died here, so you're going to see my stuff on the floor. So the purpose of this kill is just, I'm here, I'm getting my stuff back, so I might as well just do one kill while I'm here, and I'm getting wrecked by the boss right now. Luckily, this phase of the boss is actually a little bit quicker than the first phase because I guess its defense is not very good, so you can just kind of melt right through it with the blowpipe. I actually heard that the blowpipe is potentially being nerfed soon. I don't know if that's true or not. That would be an odd thing to happen after so many years. I'm not sure how I'd feel about that. But anyway, look what drop we are going to get from the boss. I could not believe this. So the pet drop rate is 1 in 3,000, and look what we are about to get right here. Oh my fucking god. The Kalphite Princess, 83 kill count. I was just getting my stuff back messing around, and holy shit, we have gotten the Kalphite Princess pet, 83 kill count, a few hours after the Dagannoth Kings Mass, where we got absolutely no luck at all. I get the Kalphite Princess, a very, very cool and rare pet. I get that at an insane kill count, 83 kill count. The drop rate is 1 in 3,000. That is incredibly lucky. There are people who have camped this boss for 4,000, 5,000 kills and never gotten this pet, and we've gotten it now. And this is actually my first pet ever that can transform. This is my 13th pet, and it's actually the first one that I own that can transform. Of course, this one can transform between the flying form and the grounded bug form. So let's go insure it. It's funny how if you grind for the pet, like I did with Venenatus, it could probably take you forever to get it, but if you're just messing around killing the boss for fun, you're probably going to get the pet. That's going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you guys so much for everyone for watching and coming to the Mass if you did. Let me know in the comments what mass would you like to see next, what event should we do. Doesn't have to be boss, could be PKing, could be God Wars, whatever you guys want to see. So let me know in the comments. Please like this video if you enjoyed this video. It took a long time to make as far as making the actual content, doing all that rune crafting, also the editing. I had a lot of fun doing it though. Also subscribe if you haven't already. Put the bell on for notifications whenever I upload. You can follow me on Twitter down below. I'll follow you back if you play RS. You can follow me on Twitch down below. You can join our clan chat in-game, AndrewAJT62. That'll be up on screen. You can also support me on Patreon if you'd really like to. And you could also check out the pet drop playlist, which I'll add this video to. That has a video for all my different pet drops, and it's one of my favorite playlists for RuneScape, so you can check that out in the end screen as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys very soon. The next video, or maybe the video after, will show you some of the drops I got solo at Dagannoth Kings, which were very good, so I'm very excited to show you guys that as well. But in the meantime, have a good one, guys.